Good morning and welcome to the Weekly Blend. Here we are again. My name is Heidi Ellsworth.
And I'm Karen Edwards.
And I didn't mention we're with Roofers Coffee Shop. The Weekly Blend from Roofers Coffee Shop. So we're here every week, almost every week, but pretty much every week to share with you what's going on, not only on Roofers Coffee Shop, Metal Coffee Shop, and Ask a Roofer, but we're also what's happening in roofing overall. There's so much great stuff and we want to be able to share it. So Karen, here we are. Where do you want to start?
Oh my gosh. You know what? We're heading into summer, right? Summer, this was the first official full week of summer.
Yes.
But there's a lot of stuff coming up. I feel like, wow, summer, it's chill. We won't start traveling until the fall, but we've got some meetings coming up in July. Heidi, both of us are going to be at the FRSA 100th trade show celebration in Florida, but then you're going to be the week before that in Chicago for some NRCA stuff. Tell the viewers about that.
Yes. So I have to tell you, probably one of the biggest honors we've had at Roofers Coffee Shop is becoming a One Voice member. NRCA wanted to make sure that the entire industry was part of this overall leadership of the industry. And so before NRCA, mostly members could, you had contractors who were members, and then you had associates who were like manufacturers and distributors and media. Now with One Voice, we all come together. We're all going to committee meetings. We're all part of the NRCA. We can sit in on the board meetings, and it really has, it's just driven the association to all new levels. And I have to give call out to Reed Ribble. It was his idea. And I tell you what a great idea. So we are going to be there. James Ellsworth and myself will be there representing Roofers Coffee Shop as a One Voice member. And I am on the continuing technical education, career technical education committee and membership. And James is on government affairs and roofing day. So we are really proud to be there.
I know James is really excited too, because if you didn't know, he has background in government. So, it's those little nuggets coming together, and people with some experience and inside information can really contribute.
It is. And James, for those who might not know, James is actually our chief of staff. So he's the one behind the scenes that makes everything, well, him and Karen make everything. So I just keep bringing stuff in. We're also, you mentioned FRSA. So I want to make sure if you are thinking about going, make sure you register. And we have all that information on the site. And throughout all those events, the NRCA show and FRSA will be coming live. So we'll be broadcasting out on our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe
and ring the bell. And you know what? We are actually going to be doing coffee conversations live on day 1 and day 2 at FRSA. And we have it set up already on YouTube. So all you have to do is go out there and hit notify me. And you'll get a ping when it starts. And the first day we've got some service providers, distributors, manufacturers that are going to be talking about what's hot in Florida. And then day 2 is going to be contractors. So we're bringing 2 different perspectives, which is always really, really interesting.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fun. I get to do day 1, moderate it, and Karen does day 2 with the contractors. So, and we'll be having lots of live interviews along that same too. And then I told James that he needed to be the cameraman at NRCA, so we'll have some live stuff coming.
Well, that'll be fun. Hey, speaking of events, I want to make sure that we remind people. I know it's not till October, but Metalcon is coming up. If you are even interested in getting into metal, if you're already doing metal, you want to go on to metalcoffeeshop.com. That's our new sister site, because we're giving away total experience passes for Metalcon. We have 18. We've gotten some entries. Sign up. If you're one of the first 18, you're gonna win. So we've got a few left. And we want to make sure that you take advantage of that, because that's $100 and some dollars, that you're going to save.
And like Karen said, go to metalcoffeeshop.com. That's where you're going to find everything about metal, our newest site. It's doing great. Lots of great content there, and you can get the passes. So really good. And talking about sister sites, I want to talk about Ask a Roofer. So we have, for all those who may not know, we have a site called Ask a Roofer, and Ask a Roofer is for homeowners and building owners. And they come in and they ask a question, and then our awesome R Club contractors answer their questions. So we kind of thought, well, there's a lot that people like to RLW, read, listen, and watch, and they want to hear things a little bit different. So we started Ask a Roofer podcast. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's going to be really, really interesting. And, you're going to learn stuff. So I find it on your favorite podcast platform. It's out there.
It's out there. And it's the hosts of the Ask a Roofer podcast are Megan Ellsworth and Alice Reynolds. Alice works for us. She's the R Club coordinator, and she owns a home. So she has lots of questions. And Megan is our podcast producer and also our multimedia coffee conversations. She kind of produces all that. And she just kind of knows roofing because she's grown up in it. So they ask a lot of questions, really from a homeowner's perspective. So it's really cool.
Yeah. The most recent episode, it talks about what do I do if I had a storm and I think my roof is damaged? What do you do? If you go through that as a homeowner, you might not know. So, tune in and your questions will be answered.
And it's sponsored by Da Vinci. Thank you, Da Vinci.
A few weeks ago, ABC Supply announced that for the Indy 500, they were raising money for Homes for Our Troops, and they were going to match donations up to $1 million. They did it. They raised $2 million to support Homes for Our Troops. Wow.
You can read all about it on the newsroom, and you should then go back and watch on demand the Homes for Our Troops coffee conversation that we had this spring. I get chills just thinking about it. It was so good. It was. Wow.
Yeah. Impressive. And it's going to make you want to donate.
Yes. For those of you who do not know Aspen Contracting, they are a huge roofing company out of the Midwest. They work nationally, and they do a lot of storm, like we were just talking about, a lot of storm restoration, mostly that. And they're looking for sales consultants. So go check out the classifieds.
Check it out.
So what are you doing next week, Karen?
You know what? I'm going to be at the beach, Heidi, because it's the 4th of July. So we're going to be.
I'm going to be at Camp Sherman with a little staycation.
A staycation. Yeah. All right. So that being said, we're not going to be coming to you next week with a weekly blend.
We're giving Colin the week off too, our producer of this, and we're going to take a little vacation time. And we just want to do a shout out to all of you for the 4th of July, our independence. I think more than ever, we should be celebrating this as a country when so much going on in the world. So we give our best to all of you that you may have a wonderful 4th of July with your family and friends, and just think about how lucky we are to be Americans.
Enjoy the fireworks.
Have fun. We'll see you in 2 weeks from Chicago at the NRCA. Talk to you then.